Joining us for the unveiling is Radhika Pereira, Hashan Pereira, General Manager, Mr. Jacob Chaplin. Ladies and gentlemen, unveiling the Cherry TIGGO Cross Hybrid. Let's give it up, shall we, with a big round of applause. Thank you very much. Look at all of it that you can. What a beauty it is. It's not just a beauty, it is an industry leading standard because it has a 10-year or 1 million kilometer engine warranty, which is one of its kind. We're now going into the second star. Ladies and gentlemen, for this, I would like all of your applause, the biggest that you can, because that's going to make history in Sri Lanka. So shall we have a massive round of applause for this unveil, ladies and gentlemen, is no ordinary vehicle. The TIGGO 9 PHEV is South Africa's best. Gentlemen, we need the biggest applause that you have. Not just Colombo, but all of Sri Lanka needs to hear your applause. Ladies and gentlemen, unveiling the TIGGO 9 PHEV. Give it up. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. The TIGGO 9 PHEV, a fraction plug-in hybrid in Sri Lanka, ladies and gentlemen, with a class-leading the TIGGO 9 PHEV on screen. This is not only for Sri Lanka, this is for the whole world, a landmark moment. So shall we all try one more time? A massive round of applause, shall we? One more time. There we go. That is the energy that you're giving, and that is the energy that we're blessing this way.
Our bank and finance companies who have been supporting micro for the last 30 years, and as well as all financial partners and all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen who are here today. At this momentous occasion, which already introduction is given, so I don't have to waste your valuable time. You all are here to look at the car, what we are launching today in Sri Lanka. Micro have been doing things always first. That have been what I have seen and what I have always looked at, to do something different. So going back to history, if I just try to summarize his 30 years just for a few minutes to make it short as possible. First, when we launched the local assembled car, I mean, the question people had was, Lawrence, can you sell this local car here? Right? I said, it's not me who is going to sell. It's Sri Lanka people who is going to sell. That was my answer. Because it's a car with a patent, but also the first car in that nature. One may wonder why it is micro, why the name micro, because it's smaller than the Mini. In my small days, the smallest car that I have seen was a Mini. So this car is smaller than the Mini, but having 4-door, it's a family car for 5 people. So I call it micro. That's how the name. But now, unfortunately, the name is too small for the company. Company have grown, and so that's the history of micro. Then, when coming to brands, people wonder sometimes why cherry. The answer is again simple. When I started the local assembly, I was the first, again in Sri Lanka, to get an under-licensed manufacturing facility in Sri Lanka. That was when late Mr. Upali Vijayawardena started in 1965, if I'm not mistaken, where he was able to get UMC Mazda and Upali Fiat from Italy and from Japan. At that time, the Mazda came to Sri Lanka on a SKD assembly. From that to what Micro have done is a bit different. Designing a car and prototyping and then going for manufacturing with a patent. That's a Micro privilege, in short. And then the battery is also lithium-ion battery, which we offer a warranty of 8 years. So this is just a briefing about what Micro is doing and what Micro is looking for future. So anyway, I made it short as possible to give you some idea where Sri Lanka is heading and where Micro car is heading in automobile industry. So with the support of all our customers who have been with us, where we have sold well over 35,000 cars locally assembled as well as imported directly as CBU. So here we play on a hybrid business where we do the local assembly, catering to a segment where you could buy a car at the lowest possible price. There again with a warranty of 1 million kilometer and 10 year for the engine, apart from the 5-year standard warranty for the car. Thereafter, so similarly, we are going to the future. Because the car industry will never stop. If you look at closely for this Cherry TIGGO 9 PHEV, I mean, as it was mentioned, there is no match in the market. This evening being a Saturday busy day, during the weekend starting and spending time with us to see these lovely cars, where you all will have a time to take a test drive, just not see the car on the stage. I mean, drive the car and feel how it is. Thank you very much once again, and all the very best, and have a lovely evening.
Thank you very much for that wonderful speech. I think all of us had much to learn, and I have a question to ask all of you. He mentioned a very...
So we have another round of applause, everyone. The first confirmed order for the Cherry TIGGO 9 PHEV in Sri Lanka. What an amazing moment. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And now it's time to owning the Cherry TIGGO Cross Hybrid. Now the applause can't reduce, okay? The applause has to stay up because, like I mentioned, yes, we're tired. Yes, it's a Saturday, but history is being unveiled on a Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep that applause up for Mr. Nuwan Vijayawardena. Thank you very much, gentlemen. What an amazing moment. Owning a piece, not just any beast, not just any vehicle, they're owning a piece of history, everyone. That is why it's such an important. I think you have some words to tell about the brand, about your journey with the brand, because you've been a long-term customer
What are your thoughts? Please do tell us.
මම හොඳට එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් කරලා මේ තියෙන හින්දා ටිකෝ ක්‍රොස් එකට ගියා. මම නැවත වෙහිකලයක් ගන්නවා මේ ආයතනයෙන් ගන්න තරම් මම ඉතා සතුටින් ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. ඔය කට්ටියත් එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් කරන්න හොඳ සර්විස් එකක් දෙනවා මේ ආයතනෙ. කොහොම ස්තුතියි.
දැන් ඔය ටික කියපු එකේ මම ඔබතුමාගෙන් තව එක ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහන්නද? දැන් මේ ආයතන මේ සන්නාමේ නිරන්තරයෙන්ම මේ වගේ දශක ගාණක් එක එකතු වෙලා ඉන්න ඔබතුමා ඇයි තවමත් ඉන්නේ කියලා මම ඇහුවොත් මේ ආයතනයේ සමග.
ඒ කියන්නේ ඇත්තටම මට හොඳ සර්විස් එකක් දෙනවා. මම ආෆ්ටර් සර්විස් ගියත් වෙහිකල් එක මට ඊටාම ආයි නැවත කියන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. මේ සර්විස් එක හොඳට වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම හදිසියක් වුණොත් මට ඒ වෙලාවට කරගන්න බැරි නම් මට ගෙනල්ලා දීලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඊට වැඩි මම සර්විස් එකක් බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක මම හිතනවා ගොඩක් සතුටුයි කියලා.
Thank you very much, Mr. Studio Utumana. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Shall we have another big round of applause? Everyone joining in.
It's not just about functionality.
එකතු වෙන්න තමයි අද මේ සන්නාමේ මේ ඇවිත් ඉන්න දශක 3ක කාලය. So I'd like to invite from Microcars Limited big rounds of applause, just a few more rounds of applause before we end. Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Mr. Mohammed Rifkar. Cross Hybrid by Microcars Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, I want all of you to do one small favor for me. A massive round of applause for this history being made in Sri Lanka. Thank you very much. You've been an amazing audience. Thank you very much for being a part of history here in Sri Lanka. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you can